Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today has been day 35 of the 75 hard challenge for this year's winter arc. So, been another absolutely fantastic day. Today's been a bit more chill. It's been my one kind of day of calm in the midst of all the chaos and busyness that is this time of the month. But honestly, just had a really solid day. Caught up on some sleep a little bit, so slept in this morning. But started off our morning as per usual, knocking out the morning manifestation, meditation, prayer, and the goal setting. Followed that up with the usual weigh-in supplements. I didn't do my reading, so I'm going to make sure I knock that out right before bed. I'm going to do a bit more recovery as well. For today's workouts, I just knocked them out in the evening. So for today's main workout, I did a cross, calisthenics, and HIIT. So I did some really nice, the usual kind of HIIT workout, but for the boxing section, I added in weights for it. So 5 pound in each hand, just focusing on the weighted shadow boxing that time. Absolutely killed the arms. Then focused a bit more on the core part after, so a little longer on that, working more on the calisthenics side of things, overall core strength and everything in that aspect. So really doing a good job there. And then for tonight's cardio, just finished up about 30 minutes. I did 7 rounds of 3 minutes on, 1 minute off. Really fast-paced tempo skipping, just focusing on footwork, overall agility, leg endurance, everything, the whole 9 yards. And honestly, the recovery phase after, like being able to drop my heart rate really fast, keep the breathing in control the whole time, absolutely mint. It's just working on getting the legs up to speed. But honestly, really loving that side of it. It's been absolutely fantastic working out this past while and loving getting back into it. And it's honestly such a good stress relief. Like, I gotta start doing my cardio in the mornings again once I have the ability to. Which, I mean, today, to be fair, I kind of was a little bit lazy in the morning. I definitely had the ability to, but just chose to spend time with family. But hey, you make your decisions. Find a way to make your goals work with them. It's up to you to do that, not me. I can't do it for you. I can only do it for myself, right? And as you can see, I'm getting it done, right? So, another one for the day. Gonna make sure I get that reel up for you guys. I gotta start prioritizing doing that stuff earlier in the day for sure, making sure I'm not too worried about other stuff. But today, just spent a lot of time actually driving around, just doing some different practice on different things, doing some family chores, stuff like that. So, productive day in that sense, just helping out the family. And then, honestly, dealing with stuff, but you can never go a day without some minor thing going wrong. That's the way life goes, honestly. So enjoying that quite a bit. Just being able to manage the situations a lot better and calmer, and just honestly attack stuff to a different level that I wasn't able to before. But yeah, just being focused and dialed in lately, it's been incredible. So another thing I want to work on is making sure I'm speaking in different tones, different levels of fluidity, making sure I'm using different phrases, catchphrases, stuff like that. So I have the ability to actually change it up and have a more interactive and dynamic ability to speak that is also more engaging and sounds less repetitive or less tiring to the ears. Part of the reason I want to do this is it's not a guarantee, but in cadets, there's another thing you can do called effective speaking. Now, this is similar if you've done some other stuff like it, but basically you have to do a speech, and one of them is prepare, and I believe there's a improvised one as well. But honestly, being able to go up and speak in a way that is highly interactive, connects with the people listening and the viewers, it's another level of something that you just need to get used to the flow, get used to changing up your vocabulary, using all sorts of different up, down, all sorts of different kinds of words, so that you can actually be really productive in that sense, and just honestly make the best out of the performance when you're giving the speech, that kind of stuff. So something I'm definitely going to keep in mind while I'm continuing this challenge. But yeah. Oh, it's been another late night, if I'm being honest with you guys. It's currently 12:30, but you got to do what you got to do. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I got to start working to prioritize the time in different ways, but so long as I'm getting this stuff done, it's a good day, right? Yeah, I think today's risk was more so taking the time to be patient with people rather than overreacting and then just trying it their way for a while. Being calm and actually heeding their advice, which has honestly been really nice in some ways. And being able to just not overreact to certain situations, try and handle stuff in a calmer manner, and be a bit more, I guess, intellectual in reaction, not just emotional. So really good in that sense, making sure I'm being smart in decisions in that way, and it's been really good keeping that in check based off of this so far. So, and then nutrition today was absolutely locked in. I think I only ended up like 100 calories over the goal for the day. However, that meant that I was in a little bit of right around where I wanted to be, because I think I burned a little extra today compared to the usual cardio. just based on the workout I did tonight. However, I will say the extra cardios today were not bad calories by any means. I found a really, really awesome meal that is some cucumber, ground beef, and a bunch of other spices and seasoning. That basically, it's, I think, upwards of 40 grams of protein for under 200 calories, which is absolutely obscene for the amount of volume that the meal was, because it's a whole cucumber. Like, it's a decent amount, and it has some heat to it too, so really, really good and flavorful. But honestly, just messing around with that kind of stuff, figuring out the nutrition, everything, it's been monumental for this challenge, just trying to find different things to keep it interesting and less repetitive in some ways. But honestly, just need to lock that nutrition in for the last half of this challenge for sure if I want to see more consistent progress with the weight. I can guarantee that, because I'm seeing a steady, consistent decline. I think I'm at the lowest I've been in a month, but easily right now, but I can just keep it going, drop it even more, so making sure I'm following up on that. But yeah, I don't really have any massive pieces of advice for today, just the usual stuff of you need to keep being consistent every day if you want to see the progress. You're not going to see any kind of major change in a day. You're not going to do one day of effort and have it change overnight. You've got to do those consistent little efforts over a long period of time, and then it will flip in one day, but it's because of all the prior effort. It's not because of one day and it just going flip. It will flip if you put in the effort up to it. If you haven't done anything and you just start one day, the first day you start in the gym, you can't expect to go from 250 pounds down to a six-pack in a day. It doesn't happen like that. It takes a long time of consistent effort, planned and calculated, just scheduled everything. Take it all into account, and then the results will show. Overall, though, I think that's where I'm going to call the video. It's been another absolutely fantastic day. I'm going to look and see what I can do to start bringing more, I guess, in-action vlog style content in as we're getting into the second half of this challenge pretty quick. So just going to start working on not only doing the daily uploads, but starting to prioritize getting a bit more vlog type content that isn't just me talking. It's actually some more experience-based stuff, so I can get that more engaging for you guys and just see how that'll affect the growth. As the usual, though, subscribe if you guys are enjoying the content. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to see it. Comment down below and see exactly, or sorry, not tell me exactly what you guys want to see in future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.